What up, guys? Welcome back to another special Austin series of the Barbell Brigade Talk Show. You got me, Silent Mike, and we got special guest David Lucas here.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm not that special.
Why not? I think you're special.
I just try to humble myself.
Oh, okay. So you do think you're special.
You do reverse affirmations in the mirror?
Yeah.
Like, man,
So
I
for
suck,
pe-
man.
I know I'm that guy, but if I if I act the way, I don't want to act cocky. We already got Tony Hinchcliffe. We don't need another.
Yeah, that's true. So who are you and what are you about? And if your mom were to introduce you to someone, what would they say? And if your agent were to introduce you to someone, what would they say?
Who am I? What am I about? All right, who am I? I'm David Lucas. A lot of people when I was younger knew I had a knack for being the center of attention.
Yeah.
In front of everybody, controlling the room. And then that translated into acting. I was an actor first. And then when I was in high school, I was on the MTV Yo Mama show. And the MTV, the head writer noticed that I had like comedy chops. And he's like, You do stand up? And I said, no. And he was like, well, you should do stand up. I was like, I act. I don't know shit about stand up. Like I can roast all day, but like stand up. And so he kind of showed me the ropes, and then I started doing stand up. And then after that,
How many years did you do stand up for?
What do you mean?
Like
when'd you start?
Before you made a name for yourself.
Oh God, I started I started acting and everything at like 12, and then I started
12?
Yeah.
You were like a child actor?
Yeah, like I did a lot of local commercials.
Full House?
I wish I had a full house. I wish I had a full house check. But I'm glad I didn't get on anything big as a kid, because I'd be like Orlando Brown right now, probably. You know
you'd be fucked, huh?
I'd be out there giving my life to God every month. You know?
Yeah.
Them child actors never turn out right.
No.
I just did a lot of local commercials, a lot of church plays. I was in the community theater. Nothing crazy.
Did you get made fun of for stuff like that?
No,
I feel like it wasn't that cool.
I played football, bro.
Oh, so you did both?
And I fought. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you did a little bit of both.
There was no making fun of me.
You weren't getting wedgies?
Yeah, no. If anybody was a bully, I was a bully.
Oh,
So you're the bully that was also funny.
Yeah, because dude, I was raised by a black mama, bro. So like, I remember like I got into a fight. I think I was in like second or third grade, maybe second or third grade, and this kid that was in like the 6th grade beat my ass. And I was raised in one of those families where like me and my mom, we live with my grandparents.
Yeah.
So when I came home with like a bloody nose, I got it from everybody.
Ooh, like physically from everybody.
Not physically, but I got like they talk shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, and my mama said, I don't give a damn how big he is. You better pick up a stick and knock that motherfucker upside his head.
Yeah.
So after
Traditional values.
So after that, she started letting me hang around my rambunctious cousins.
Yeah.
Who don't do anything but fucking fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I became like real tough, because like if she would have did that, I probably would have ended up soft, bro. Like seriously, because like I was always sort of like a sheltered kid. I was my grandmother's only grandchild at that time that lived in the States, so she was always like having me under her wing. And, you know, if you don't have like a masculine energy around, you'll just adapt to being sheltered and taken care of. And when something goes wrong, you'll just run to that person. So that's what I was up until like 3rd grade, until I got my ass beat.
You think that's where you got your like aggressive form of comedy from? Or like your roast style of comedy?
I think I got my aggressive form of comedy from my family, bro. Like you come to my house, everybody talk shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like no matter what you
That's
are.
how they share love or show love.
My granddaddy, if you don't look white, bro, he's gonna call you Chinese. You can be a Mexican and he'll still call you Chinese. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I grew up in that type of household where it was just racism, shit talking, and go to church on Sunday to forgive me for all the shit.
The other 60.
To forgive me for all the shit I did that week.
Yeah,
That's the kind of family I grew up in, man. I grew up with fucking crackheads, alcoholics, man. So, you know, like I had a mixture of everything. A lot of family drama, a lot of just drama in general. So like I feel like that just kind of gave me my edge in the city I grew up. I grew up in Macon, Georgia. I don't know if y'all know anything about Macon.
I don't know anything about that side of the country.
It was voted like the worst city to live in like 10 years in a row, like per capita.
Oh shit.
Not saying that it's anything like LA, but if it was the size of LA, it'd probably be like, you know.
People really vote for stuff like that? Like what's
what's the shittiest thing?
This one,
It's not a vote, it's a statistic.
Like a survey or
crime
something.
per capita, median income, housing prices. Right.
Yeah.
So my mom, I went to private school early on. I went to a Catholic private school because my daddy's Hispanic. and I did that until like the third or fourth grade, and then I went to public school, and then I went to private school again in high school. And by that time, I had like got a different type of like growing up young. I was used to being around a lot of white kids, and then when I went to public school, it was like a lot of black kids, Hispanic kids, and white kids that couldn't afford to go to private school. So like I switched demographics up, and I related more to those kids than I did at the public school. And then I started getting into a lot of trouble. Like my ninth grade year, I joined a gang. And my mom was like, "You going back to private school?" And then I went to private school. I was like, "I hate it here."
Shit.
I was like, "I hate it here." I was like, "Send me back to public school." And she said, "You can go to public school if you promise to make straight A's." And I said, "No problem." I just make straight A's.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
My ninth grade year was bad, man. Like I wasn't going to class. I was skipping
Yeah.
class. I had quit playing football because I didn't want to listen to nobody. Like I was going through that, that
Rebellious.
transitional age.
Yeah.
Like in Georgia. Well, like where I grew up now, they have what's called the ninth grade academy, because the ninth grade is like a big transition for a lot of kids from middle school to high school. So they have ninth grade academy where the kids are not in the high school with the regular high school kids, and it's supposed to be an easier transition because in Georgia, the ninth grade is the grade a lot of kids drop out.
Is that public?
Public, that's public.
Damn,
Yeah,
I never heard of that.
yeah.
Is it because the transition's too hard, or all of a sudden with a bunch of big kids?
I mean, think about this, bro. Like in ninth grade, I had a lot of. I got into a lot of fights, bro. Because I have never took shit. Like I don't give a fuck how big you are, how small you are, who you are. Like you're not gonna say nothing to me. You're not gonna do anything to me. And I'm still kind of like that, just with a better temperament. But like ninth grade, like I played football. You know what I mean? And like the upperclassmen want to pick on you and shit.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
like 10th, 11th graders, like fresh meat. Like who fresh meat?
You're not taking the
Yeah,
hazing.
I'm not taking that shit, bro. Like,
Yeah.
get out of here. Like, my first week in ninth grade in high school, I got into a fight with an offensive lineman. I was a defensive tackle, and I played defensive tackle and fullback. And I got into a fight with an offensive lineman dude, and this dude slapped the shit out of me. And I remember my mama said, like, you better pick up. So I picked up a lunch tray and hit him in the back of his head.
You went Stone Cold Steve
Oh
Austin.
my god! I wasn't gonna be able.
Folded up a
A
chair.
lunch tray.
Yeah.
I was
Put him through a table.
I was pretty small until like the 11th grade. Like in high school, bro, like my playing weight was like 270. You know what I'm saying? So my ninth grade year, I was probably like 5'6", maybe 190.
Yeah.
Like I was small. I didn't get a growth spurt until like 10th, 11th grade. And that's why I'm like, oh, thank God. Because I had a great granddaddy who was a midget. And I was like, fuck. like that was a joke in the family. Like somebody
That was
got
in
to
the
be a
back of your
midget.
head?
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm 5'6". My mom's tall. My grandfather's 6'2". I got an
Oh,
auntie who's
shit.
6'5".
What are you, 6?
Auntie?
I'm 5'11".
Yeah.
I have an aunt that's 6'5". She has a 7-foot son.
Oh.
So I'm like I'm short in my family.
I think you're part Samoan too, probably.
My dad's Cuban. That's probably why I look like that.
Oh, okay.
But dude, like, yeah, I was short, man, like 5'6", and they would be like, "Oh, he gonna be a midget like Granddaddy Shorty." I'm like, fuck. So I had the little man
In
Napoleon
some
complex.
cultures, 5'6" is pretty tall.
That's
so-
real tall.
Yeah.
I'm the tallest one to ever be in my family.
Really? How
Yeah,
tall are you?
5'9".
In his family, you'd be a midget.
Yeah. Did football play any role in the comedy, like locker room roast stuff, or was that not as much of the culture?
Everybody shit talk, man.
Yeah.
Like seriously, man. Like there were people that were funnier than me in high school. Like I know my boy Ramon McClendon, he was hilarious, man. Like you just ever met a person where every word they say is hilarious. Like he was that guy. Like, but it's like a different transition, man. Like, shit talking amongst your friends versus intentionally being funny.
Yeah, and controlling a
in front of
room.
strangers.
For sure.
Yeah.
In front of strangers, I mean, it's two different monsters, you know.
'Cause you're getting cultures from wherever, and you got to make everybody laugh. In the locker room, you're all the same dudes, so they all get the same jokes.
Yeah, you definitely have to know your audience. You got to know how to adjust. It's kind of like being a QB, man. You know what I'm saying? If you see a blitz coming, you need to know how to audible out of it. So
That's when the defense come at you. A blitz.
Oh, he don't know football?
I don't think so.
Unfortunately,
Oh,
no.
you thought I was talking about soccer?
I mean, I understand some of these terms because I collected some cards as a kid.
He's like the MMA world. He knows all that stuff.
Yeah, a little bit more, but I don't know. QB, fullback, offensive lineman.
gotcha.
I don't know what side of the field they are. If they have pom poms or not.
No
I don't know.
pom-poms.
11 versus 11.
11 versus 11.
That's how many people.
11 players.
Okay.
Yeah.
But isn't it like half the team is off the field at one time and there's
Yeah.
another half that
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
on?
Yeah, but sometimes high school you'd be playing both. Even college
Yeah,
sometimes.
you might play both sides.
What about
Like, he played
NFL?
both.
In NFL, you play both?
You
Rarely.
get paid too much.
Yeah.
You might be on special teams,
Yeah.
like kickoff return.
And that doesn't mean short bus.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, you might be on special teams like kickoff return or punt return, and you might be a DB also, or defensive back. Or a wide
And what's
receiver.
that job to?
Just guard a
DB?
wide receiver.
Guard wide receivers. Yeah.
Okay.
You're fast. You might have been a DB.
Yeah.
DBs and strong safeties are all wide receivers who couldn't catch.
Yeah.
That's probably me. We were throwing a football the other day, and just like trying to anticipate where the ball's gonna go. I'm like, oh shit, the ball's too long in the air right
It's
now.
a black thing, man.
I think so. So like to sum it up in a sentence or two, what are you doing now? What have you been known to do, and what are you trying to like go with your career?
Right now, man, I'm known for roasting. I'm known for, my dark sense of humor and heavy punchlines. And where I'm trying to go in my career is just continue to be a better me. I model myself, a lot of people think I model myself after Patrice, and I think it's just because of my stature and my voice and my fearlessness. But I don't even I'm a Patrice fan, but I don't model myself after him. I watch Red Fox a lot, Louis C.K. and Jim Gaffigan. Those are like my guys. But I just want to continue to become a better comic. Like I'm headlining like very young, like
It's amazing.
so like I started comedy early, but I took breaks. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I only got like 7-8 years of comedic experience. So like a lot of guys will start headlining until they're like 10, 12 years in. So I'm still like, every show I do is still learning,
Yeah.
And to put an hour together in 8 years, actually put an hour, because I only had, I only had 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes in 2019, 2020. And then we had a year off. So in 2 years, I pretty much put an hour together that people find pretty funny.
That's dope.
Yeah, so just continue to get better.
So if people want to see you, where can they go catch you?
DavidLucasComedy.com. I'm all over the world. Yeah.
Are you a resident anywhere? Like, are you here at the mothership like pretty regularly?
Mothership and the Comedy Store are my home clubs. So, and I got passed at the Stand in New York. So like whenever I'm in those cities, I can always get on stage. In those 3 places, LA, Austin, and New York. And you said what would my agent say if they had to describe me?
Yeah.
Wait, 30 minutes ago, yes, I did say that.
Hey man, you asked me a question and I go on tangents.
Okay.
Probably like 17 minutes ago. It hadn't been 30.
Okay.
I thought agents was good with numbers.
we are good on those.
If my agent had to describe me, he'd probably say I'm a very hard worker. I listen a lot. And he thinks that I'm going to be very big. So does Rogan. Rogan thinks
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome.
Rogan thinks I'm going to be huge. He was like, you have opportunity to be something huge, David.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm like, all right.
That's dope. Well,
that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, thanks for coming down. We got 5 more episodes, so can't wait to get to know you more.
Gang, gang.